Testers, Duke4005 back with another performance review. This time I know we've seen Jaron do the ClutchFit Drive 2 from Under Armour. I'm going to bring out the ClutchFit Drive 2 low. The upper has got enough differences in it that I think it's going to perform a little bit different than what he found. It's got a little more clutch fit here on the toe and through the midfoot than what we had on the mid. It just really intrigued me because Under Armour's been doing everything right lately. Got lucky and got sent this pair for a review. Thought I would bless you with a performance review right before Christmas, so nothing else to do. Okay, we're going to start off first with materials just like always. Mentioned before, we've got the ClutchFit upper. It even tells you right there it's ClutchFit. It does have more clutch fit than the mid did. The mid had a synthetic toe around here, so you've got the ClutchFit flexibility in the toe, which really makes for a better transition. External heel counter, it's really a rubberized heel counter. It's not solid at all, but it does give you enough of a support for a low top that you get your range of motion, but you get your support still. You got fuse overlays in the high stress areas, the laces, don't want those ripping out. Around the toe box here for your toe drags, Euro steppers. Again, I don't do it, but I understand why it's there. You got solid rubber outsole, one piece, just like we saw on the Curry, just like we saw on the ClutchFit Drive last year. Pretty much standard basic Under Armour material. Of course, we do have charged in the midsole cushioning. We'll get into that in a little bit later, but overall, very breathable, very flexible, very durable so far shoe. All right, now we'll get into the fit. I said in my initial Instagram post when I got these that fit was true to size. I've got to take that back a little bit. After playing in these shoes for a little while, it does break in very nicely. When I first put them on, they felt really snug and really good in the length. I can see going a half size down in this shoe just because the toe box is so long and it does sit pretty high. You've got some dead space a little bit right here above the foot. Not enough that it affects my playing, but if you want that real one-to-one fit, I can see going a half size down. Midfoot locks in perfect. Clutch fit. The heel, this counter really locks the heel in, so you get no slippage in the heel whatsoever. The fit, honestly, out of the box is better than the Curry 1 low, which if you saw my top 5 made my top 5 for the year. But I wish I would have went a half size down just so the fit would have been a little bit better in the toes. Now, tractioning shouldn't take long. Tractioning? What in the world? Traction should not take long. It's the same pattern we saw in the Curry series. Full length herringbone, solid one-piece rubber outsole. It is pretty thick. It should be pretty durable for outdoor play. I don't play that much outdoors, but I can see where this would last pretty good. I did have a problem on some dusty courts with the logo area. It's a different durometer of rubber than what the white is. At least it feels different, and it seemed to get a little bit slicker, a little bit quicker. And if you're a quick guard making cuts, you know this is not the area that you want to have any kind of slippage in your traction. It does have the 4-foot flex screws cut in. It really lets the shoe flex nicely. It feels pretty much like a runner. Other than that, I mean, traction, and on semi-dusty to really clean floors, you're sticking like glue. If you get a little bit of dust in there, you got to wipe them out. A couple of quick wipes, you're good to go again. Now, moving up the midfoot to the cushioning, we've got the same charged unit, or it says the same charged unit as what we get in the Curry 2 and the Curry 1 low, and I guess even in the Curry 1 last year. It's got about the same amount of bounce as the Curry 1 low, which I really enjoyed more than the Curry 1 mid and the Curry 2 mid that came out. It's charged foam in a micro G carrier, as told to me by Under Armour. So I personally still enjoy micro G more. Charge gets the job done though, and the Ortholite insole in this mine's severely glued in, so I could not pull it out and show you, but gives you that step-in comfort and that little initial give that you want from a shoe when you try it on at first. But while playing, the Charge does its job. I won't say it's super responsive because it's not, and I'm not going to lie to you, but it does take up any impact from landings, any off-center jars in your back or in your knees. It'll take care of that. It is pretty low to the ground. I mean, your foot sits about right here, so you're riding pretty low. It's a quick shoe. It's just not. It's not that bounce, that response that we got from Micro G. Now we'll move up into the stability area. It's really funny. I've got another shoe that I'm testing at the same time as this one. You'll see the review in probably a week or two. And the 4-foot on that shoe, the instability forced me to change one night because my shooting was completely off. I'd come off screens, come off curls, and feel like I had to replant my feet before I could shoot. You'll figure out what shoe that is eventually, but I changed into this shoe, and the very next game was back on. I don't know if it was mental, if it was true, if it really was the shoe or not. All I know is when I changed back to this shoe, my feet felt more stable and more secure and more supported. You can see here from this look, the forefoot is cut really wide on the base. You've got a outrigger that's not extremely large, and it's really molded well into the midsole, so it doesn't feel bulky at all. The heel is cut fairly wide. You can see here it does stick out a little bit from the upper, which gives you a little bit more stability coming off those curls and screens. The fit, again, if it was 1-to-1 like I thought, half size down, the fit would have really enhanced the stability. As it is, it's good for a low top, it really is. So going forward, and to wrap this up, the ClutchFit Drive 2 from Under Armour, very, very high performing low top shoe if that's what you're looking for. Priced at, I believe some colorways now are $89. I know this one was priced at $110, I believe maybe $120 when it came out. It's right around the Curry 2 price, so if you want a signature shoe, go for the Curry 2. You're going to get pretty much the same features, the same qualities as you will in this. If you're looking for a low top that doesn't break the $100 barrier, you're looking at some of the colorways on footlocker.com. Stability is really good. The fit, like I say, go a half size down. Cushioning, a little more response than you got on the Curry 2. Not quite on Knocker G level that we saw on the ClutchFit Drive. Traction, awesome, out of this world. It doesn't break the categories on any certain one, but it's just one of those shoes that the sum adds up to a great, the parts add up to a great sum. I'll get my analogies correct in just a minute when I finally figure out what I'm doing here. So again, priced at $89.99 on some colorways on Foot Locker. Check these out and give them a go. Under Armour's been making great quality stuff for a few years now. Don't be scared to try something new. Till then, let's see. Kyrie 1, good Lord. Kyrie 2 Effect review coming up next. Wear Testers out.